We're made to believe that we're invincible, but it's not until you're faced with really difficult times and you realise that life is precious.
Adult male trauma.
He's got a partial degloving of both hands.
St George's, ETA, 10 minutes.
He's got head on into a bus.
Almost totally amputated. I'm not joking.
We're all so busy.
Well, they're open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
St George's, London.
Welcome to the madhouse.
One of Britain's busiest A&E departments.
Right, CT are ready.
We need 2 units of O&A now.
OK, this is really time critical. It's our job to look after you and worry about you.
That we're going to find out what's going on with you, OK?
Thank you.
A place where life...
Success.
Love...
She's all right. She's all right.
And loss unfold every single day.
Love you.
Filmed across one 24-hour period, these are the stories of a nation and its health service.
Brave little man.
I'll never fully understand how people manage to get through one of the worst things they've ever had to deal with in their life.
God, I can't believe this has happened. So brave, isn't it?
You see people from every single walk of life, and it makes you realise the common threads of humanity far outweigh any differences.
My life changed massively that day. I went through 48 hours of hell. It was a Friday. I was at work, middle of the lunchtime rush, and my phone kept going off. And then all our phones were going off one after the other. And then the shop phone went off. I just knew something in my gut told me something was wrong.
A&E St George's. Yeah, 8-year-old male. He's C-cam. And you're coming by car? Thanks, cheers, bye. Pediatric trauma, 20 minutes.
An 8-year-old boy is being rushed to St George's after being hit by a car whilst riding his bike.
We're quite busy. We've got peds trauma coming.
I've looked after really badly injured children in the past, and that has affected me. And it's a temptation to try and put yourself into the shoes of the parents of that child, and it's a temptation that you've really got to try and avoid.
You're going to do the primary survey.
Yeah.
Anaesthetics. Yeah. We haven't got peds.
There are a lot of injuries that are possible, and it all depends upon where they've been hit, how they've been hit. The injuries can vary from cuts and bruises and scrapes to sort of catastrophic injuries to their internal organs or their brain.
Cyclist versus car.
Open tib-fib fracture in an 8-year-old. He will be distressed.
The boy's mum is travelling with him in the ambulance.
I got the phone call from the young girl that was taking Junior to feed the ducks, just screaming, "Get here, Junior's been knocked over by a car. Come quick." I just dropped the phone and I ran. I remember the heat of the car. I couldn't breathe. I just had to get there. I had to get to him.
He's 8 years old, his estimated weight's 31. I'm going to round that up to 32 and give him 48 micrograms.
As I pulled into the road, I could see the ambulance and I could see a paramedic kneeling onto the road. I could see his shoe just the other side of a parked car, and I seen him laying there. I just got onto the floor with him to make sure that he knew I was there. And then I remember looking over and seeing his bike. thinking, oh my God, he's actually been hit hard. And then when they cut the trousers back and I see bits of bone sticking out, I remember thinking, wow, OK, yeah, this is a lot more than we thought.
All done, all done, all done. Well done.
Well done. Well done.
All finished. You're on your bed. This is Junior. He's an 8-year-old male. Approximately 1 o'clock this afternoon, he was knocked from his push bike in a residential road at approximately 30 miles an hour. His injury is an open fracture to his right lower leg. In terms of his treatment, he's been immobilised. He's had IV morphine, 1 milligram plus 1 milligram. Any questions?
Perfect, thank you very much. Right, guys, we get this one off the scoop.
Ready, steady, and brace. Fantastic. Scoops away. I've got heads holding onto the blocks. Well done.
He's got apparently a right open tib fib with bits sticking out.
What are they doing to my leg?
They're just going to have a little look. We need to have a look at your leg, young man.
What you can't do is just get distracted by that leg injury. That might not be the whole picture.
Jamie, gently press your leg. That's okay. Sorry. OK. I'm not going to press that leg.
If somebody's been struck with enough force to basically just snap their leg open, the first thing I'm thinking about is what else have they injured?
And a little press of your tummy. Sore?
Bit sore on there.
Sorry. So abdomen is tender throughout.
He's got a bit of a sore tummy, so I don't know if he's got a handlebar injury or anything else.
Yeah.
Mum's here.
Breathing. Mummy's right there.
Tenderness in your tummy can raise the possibility of you having an injury to what we would call your large solid organs, so your liver or your spleen. And injuries there you can bleed into, and you can become seriously ill from that, or you could die.
X-ray his leg and see what surgeons want to do about his tummy.
And again.
Good boy, well done. Part of me felt like I'd failed. That was my baby, I should have protected him.
Slower.
It's okay, it's okay. Mummy's got you, Mummy's got you. Listen,
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Listen. You can do it. Listen to Mummy.
Junior, listen to Mummy. They're not doing anything.
You never think that anything like that's going to happen to your own children.
Mummy's right there.
Junior's got enough problems in his life. And obviously, because of the problems he's got, you do think, why him?
If you had numbers 1 to 10, 1 was teeny tiny. You work your way up, and 5 is medium. And then 7, you feel like you need to cry.
7 need to cry.
Okay, thanks for telling me. So should we get you some more medicine? All right.
Junior's brother, sister and stepdad Danny have joined his mum in resus.
Hi, Daddy.
You all right?
He said he's even stronger than his brothers now.
He's a good boy, isn't you?
Doctors are concerned that as well as an open leg fracture, he may be suffering from internal bleeding and are sending him for an urgent CT scan.
I'm a mum of 6 children, 3 boys, 3 girls. They range from 25 to 8. It's bloody hard. Really bloody hard. But I wouldn't change it for the world. There's never a dull moment in my house. There's never a quiet day. But there is nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. I was 35 when I had Junior. He's my youngest. But yeah, it was a lovely day when I come home. Sun was shining, greeted by the children, banners, flowers, balloons. It was a good day.
You're going to move you?
I can't say it's been easy. Junior's dad and I were married for a few years, but we parted when Junior was quite young.
See that door over there? Can you see it? Mummy's going to stand the other side of that door, OK? That's all I am.
It will be really quick. Okay, and then we'll be straight back in.
I love you, Mummy.
I love you too.
I knew Junior was 6 months old, there was something different. I noticed that I was getting up more during the night. I used to call him the catnap kid. because he would catnap, feed, and wake up like he'd been fully recharged on that 20 minutes. I just thought it was a very demanding baby.
Okay, so we have to just go out the room while we do the pictures, okay?
And then as time went on, everything had a place. Everything had to be lined up. The little cars he had, the bumpers at the front would all line up together, and they would be colour coordinated. So that's when I pursued to get diagnosis. But what they said is they're going to CT scan him, because normally when they hit a bike, the belly goes on the handbars. So I want to make sure there's nothing there and that he hasn't dug his pelvis. Because every time they pushed like there, he screamed. Junior was diagnosed at 3.5 with autistic spectrum disorder, and that affects a wide range of Junior's everyday life and ours.
Please breathe in and hold your breath.
Getting him to go to sleep is the hardest. He doesn't sleep. Academically, they've got him at 3 years behind. He's severely dyslexic as well.
Keep your arms up.
It affects Junior emotionally. He had an episode a little while back, kept crying, saying that he was an idiot and he feels stupid because he can't learn. And he bangs his head with his hand like it would magically all become better.
Well done, we're all finished. So you can bring your arms down now.
He's never been invited to a party. There've been a couple of times he said, oh, I didn't get a party invite. I said, oh, you know what it's like with parties, you can only have a certain amount of people. Maybe next time. Makes me feel really sad. Because he's just a little boy. That's a little bit different.
Are you doing okay?
I think I'm just a bit numb at the minute.
It's quite overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah. Frightens me to death because I don't know what he would do without me. And with everything that's gone on with me, there's a reason to worry.
Can you see Mummy and Daddy are here?
But let's wait and see what the X-ray shows, and then we'll take it from there.
I'm gonna miss this wheelchair.
So am
I'm
I.
getting quite good at it. Yeah, she says.
Go for that man's foot.
Oh, gosh, sorry. Nearly took your time. Sorry. Don't go back for front way, because I can't.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Oh, God, what have we hit? Your shoe. Sorry.
Right, guys, we get this one off the scoop, we get the primary survey done, and then we'll need a running order between this one and his compadre for the scan.
Consultant Will is 2 hours into an 8-hour shift.
So guys, this guy's got truncal injuries with a potential source of hemorrhage in his belly, slightly delayed cap refill, doesn't need any bloods or anything before his scan.
Okay.
Get him through that scanner, get him back.
Most of the time, when I'm at work, I tend not to have time to sit and dwell and ruminate on, you know, anything else other than the task at hand. When you do have a bit of downtime, that's when you might think about home.
Don't know why I'm quite tired today. Oh, do you know what I got to do today before I came to work?
I don't know.
I got to change a nappy with approximately my daughter's body weight of foul, fecal waste in it. It was incredible.
When you have children, your life definitely changes. I have 2 children, one of them's 3.5 and the other one's 2. So between them, I don't think I've had a good night's sleep in 2 years, maybe. But I've been told that gets easier. And when they become teenagers, they like to sleep in, so I've only got 10 years to go, it'll be fine.
I had a week where I didn't have any clinical shifts, and I was just looking after my kids, which was quite nice.
Oh, nice.
It's hard work, man.
I bet it is.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Brutal.
Being a husband and a father is a massive demand on your time. Being a good consultant is a massive demand on your time. I've not got the balance right in the past, and it's always been times where I've been doing too much of the work and not much of the life.
Hello. I'm Will. I'm one of the A&E doctors. I am hanging around on a just-in-case basis.
When you're leaving the house for work, you kind of think, oh, I'm missing out here, because they're going to get up to some fun all day, and you're not going to be there all day.
I know it's not where you want to be, but it is where you are, and we need to make you better. Okay?
I never get to do bath time or bedtime unless it's my day off, so I miss that a lot. I don't know that I ever feel guilty about how much work I do. A sense of regret sometimes, yeah.
Well done. Oh, I must have got lucky. Picked the one vein that wasn't trying to trick me.
But at the end of the day, when I'm at work, I want to be the best I can be at my job.
Another unusual one. Section. All right, no, that's okay, good. That just sounds like one of my shifts, doesn't it? Okay, let's have our primary survey, please.
I'll do that.
Sorry, my hands are...
Emergency department reception.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Imagine me driving an ambulance. I can't even drive a KA.
You'd kill everyone.
I hope they're all right.
What's coming?
Oh, Will's here, it's fine. All right, thanks, love.
Where's it gonna go?
Going to bed 8.
PQ.
A 46-year-old man has unexpectedly arrived in resus with an abnormally high heart rate.
Your heart is a really reliable bit of kit. It beats all day, every day of your life. It doesn't go wrong that often, but when it does go wrong, you tend to have a serious problem.
How are you feeling now? Washed out, tired. And when you're getting the palpitations, are you getting any pain, or is it just this feeling of your heart racing? Do you feel short of breath when you get it?
I kept passing out.
Yeah. Let me have a wee listen.
When you have problems with your heart, you can have problems with the plumbing, or you can have problems with the wiring, which means you have problems with the rhythm of your heart, which can increase your risk of sudden death.
You're having another one.
VT is short for ventricular tachycardia. When you're in VT, your heart is beating very quickly and ineffectively.
Should we put the pads on, please?
If you have VT, the risk is that it can change into another rhythm, and that is not a rhythm that is compatible with life. If it's not resolved, then your heart can just stop beating.
You keep dipping in and out of this funny rhythm, so what we're going to try and do is get a proper ECG with all 12 leads while you're in it. But we've got you wired up to everything, so if we need to do something, we can do it. We're not leaving anything to chance, OK?
The man began to feel unwell during a day out at the races with his wife.
It's one of the most frightening things I've ever had to go through. After the first race, Anthony looked a little bit paler and just not himself. You know, he's usually the life and soul and quite bubbly. We just put it down to just being too tired, working too many hours. We'll never forget that day. Their life changed completely. I'm fine. Where are you? He blue lighted them up to St. George's. was hard to watch. It's hard to watch when you can't actually do anything to help.
Oh, cardiology. Hello, I'm Will, I'm one of the A&E consultants. I've got a young man here, 46-year-old male, normally fitting well, no cardiac history. He's been at the Epsom Derby today and has had multiple episodes of syncopal collapse. And he describes this funny feeling all over and then he can't stand.
Doctors need to take an urgent trace of Anthony's heart to determine the cause of his dangerously fast pulse.
Are you sure in the right place? Yes, I just felt terrible, so I just walked to the St John's ambulance.
You did the right thing.
I just felt shocking.
Right. OK, so because we've got that ECG, we're going to give you some drugs now. The heart doctors are going to come down and see you. And we'll keep you here and see how those drugs go.
There we go again.
Got... The danger with this rhythm is you've got what's called VT with a pulse. So you can infer what the other sort is. And if you go into VT with a pulse for long enough, you inevitably end up with the other one. So we take it quite seriously. OK? If you start feeling more unwell with this, you tell us, OK? I think your wife's just outside the door and we'll get her in. And they should be round to do that chest X-ray shortly, OK?
You all right? You know what? I would rather you got sorted now than have to wait, like, do you know what I mean? Okay? I wasn't looking for holiday romance. But as they say, these things happen when you least expect them. Andy and I met in 1999 on holiday in Faliraki. I was 26, he would have been 27.
Lovely, so they want an X-ray of your chest, OK?
Faliraki 1999 was an 1830 type place. It was quite wild. You know, the two main streets, Bar Street and Club Street. So everybody starts off in Bar Street, as you do, and then as the night goes on, you find yourself in Club Street. The holiday song of that year was Mambo No. 5, which, when you hear on the radio, even till today, you know, it does make you giggle, makes you smile. He's 46.
46, so you've been married for 14 years.
Yeah.
Got together when you were quite young?
Yeah,
20s.
in 20s.
Yeah.
Andy and I met in a bar. Anthony just came over and asked me if I'd like a drink. I said, "Oh, go on then." He was just tall, dark and handsome. It was a good laugh, full of fun, full of mischief. I just thought, actually, no, I like you.
OK, in a minute, I'm going to get you to take a big breath in and hold your breath. Okay. Like X-ray, bed 8.
So our holiday romance blossomed for about 4 or 5 days at the most. And then Anthony left to go home. So I wasn't sure if, you know, we'd ever see each other again. Did I kiss anybody else? Yeah. Did it mean anything? No. I knew there was something really special with Anthony. I knew he was different.
OK, take a big breath in, chin up, hold your breath. OK, relax.
When I went back home, I messaged on my answering machine saying, "Hi, it's Anthony. It'd be lovely to see you again." That was a bit of a shock. You know, butterflies in your tummy. What if he's not as nice as what I thought he was? But no, when we met up, we got on like a house on fire. I knew that Anthony lived down near London and I come from Glasgow. So we just took on the adventure of flying up and down every weekend to see one another.
I think I'll get a longer bed.
Just keep your socks on, you'll be fine. And then within 2 years, I moved down to Surrey from Scotland just to be with him. I left behind my own house, Obviously, my mum, my dad, all my family. So I've kind of gave up everything, really, to come down. But I knew it was worth it.
Silly man.
Well, you're not silly, are you? I knew he was going to be a good dad. We've got 2 boys, there's Andrew and Alistair. He's a very hands-on dad. He's always there, even when the boys were little, you know, to help feed them, change them. He's always the one doing crazy dad dancing.
What do you say to the kids?
Well, just said that is a bit of a funny turn, so we're getting them checked out. He looks after everybody. He just wants to make sure everybody's provided for. I think because of the difficult time he went through at such a young age, so he can get it sorted.
I wonder if the doctor will be handsome. Hopefully not looking at me today.
Yeah, I look like an actual rack of ham.
He's got a massive one, hasn't he? Ronaldo. He's got an enormous one. Really sticks out. A massive Adam's apple.
But men stick out. Oh, they make me fall sick.
I suppose if you swallow and it gets stuck there, it looks like an apple being stuck in your throat.
Is it hurting you when I touch? I want you to turn your head towards your mom.
The preliminary report of Junior's CT scan has revealed no internal bleeding.
So what's the orthopaedic plan with that child?
I'm going to let him know the x-ray's done and what it shows, and he's going to be theatre tonight.
Doctors need to urgently realign his broken leg ahead of emergency surgery.
Don't wake up.
You will wake up. You will wake up, I promise. And then we can have snuggles, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I worry about his future. When he gets older, what will it be like? What job will he have? Girlfriends? Marriage? Children? So, I worry anything happens to me. Yeah. But he has such a strong relationship with his siblings. I know he'll be fine. He'll be well looked after.
What is it that's making you upset?
Because I am ill. And it could be a reality.
Kat, are you all right just to look after his numbers and airway, and I'll do his leg with Nicole? Yeah?
I woke up one morning, face was all dropped. I went for a CT, went for MRI, stayed in the ward, discharged myself. Then I had a phone call from the consultant saying that he'd found something on my MRI.
Just going to give you some medicine just to make you have a nice sleep, all right?
Good boy. Good boy. I was diagnosed with something called Chiari malformation. Basically, it's a hole at the bottom of my skull, on the top of my spine, which is causing my brain to drop down and to swell, which is a lot of pressure on the back of my head. And the effects of that are severe headaches, to the point where the pain makes me actually vomit, memory loss, severe fatigue. I've had days where I have to lay in a quiet, cold, dark room and not be able to do what I'm supposed to do as a mum.
Ready, boy? Good lad. Excellent job, excellent. Yes. Good boy, you're doing a fantastic job. I'm going to put something cold and wet on your leg now, OK?
And because I've had many strokes a few years back, the treatment and the operation shares a high risk factor of another stroke.
You've got him. Lovely. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, baby. Okay. I'm with you.
I was due to have an operation to have a decompression, which is a large part of the skull removed to relieve the pressure. Won't cure it, but for me to go in, let alone just for the operation, and be out of the picture for a couple of weeks, he will struggle with. They all will, but Junior more so than others.
Good boy, almost there.
Do you feel like you're selfless?
No, that's my job. My mummy. My kids will always come first.
You can rest his leg down now. Thank you.
He was brilliant then, Mum, wasn't he? And you were good. It's not nice, is it?
Go to sleep, baby.
Rest, let me switch the light
Have a sleep. Go to sleep.
Working where I work, you definitely are privy to an insight into other families and the way those families work. And it makes you reflect on your own story. The biggest sacrifice my mum and dad made was when my dad left the military and he had the opportunity to go and work offshore, which, you know, for him was a life-changing amount of money in terms of his earnings, but meant that he would have to be away from home the majority of the time. That was the choice that they made.
So Milan's out there. I've told him to just bleep me if anything comes in, because you're more busy, so I can just drop my lunch and come. I'll probably not drop it. Put it to one side for later, ideally, and come back.
Fine. Thanks a lot.
Definitely, there would be things that he missed. When he was away, I was making that difficult transition from adolescence to manhood.
Hello, A&E.
But it meant that it could send me and my brother to university. So I think that was a fairly big sacrifice. And I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for their support and the sacrifices they made.
My brain is just done. Got, like, decision fatigue. I don't think I can make any more decisions.
I just don't think I even realised until I was older. That's what being a family is about. Sometimes it's about making sacrifices during what limited time you have.
He's lovely.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, isn't he? There's loads of them when I come in. Nurses and doctors.
No, I'm waiting outside. They won't let me in.
Makes you worry. You think to yourself, oh, blimey, must have been bad.
Cardiologists have been called to advise on the next stage of Anthony's treatment to avoid him going into cardiac arrest.
Well, if it's going up to 213, that's pretty scary.
I know. Well, you go out doing the dishes for like the weekend.
Yeah.
You need to chill. You need to chill pill. Do you know the...
So 900.
Anthony really likes his job. He's been a lift engineer since he left school at 16, so it's quite a big part of his life. He started his own business in 2004. He always works hard, but sometimes the hours he works are a little bit too long. You know, he could easily work, 24 hours a day if he could.
I wanted to fit the kitchen tomorrow.
You ain't fitting no kitchen.
I know I ain't fit no kitchen.
Sometimes he's got to kind of just stop and think, actually, all this running around for everybody is not that good for me.
We could do a quick scan of heart, if that's okay.
He kind of likes to think that he is very much like his dad. Always do as much as you can for everybody. And when Anthony was 10, he found out the news that his dad Morris had cancer. Anthony's secondary school life was going to and from the hospital, watching his dad get weaker and weaker. It was really hard for Anthony. He wanted to put on a brave face, you know, to help support his mum and everybody. And when Anthony was 20, his dad passed away. It's horrendous, but to go through something like that at such a young age, you know, it's unthinkable.
So, I don't think this will be getting better. This will be getting worse.
Right, okay. So I'm going to be in for a little bit.
It will depend on the investigation. Okay. And also it will depend on our decision whether we put a device, which is a defibrillator, it's like a small pacemaker, which will read if these episodes happen again in future with a small shock internally.
Okay.
Okay? Any questions so far?
No. Okay, thank you. Sure. Okay, thank you very much.
I'll see you
upstairs.
Thank you.
I've lost some words. Lost some words. That's not like me.
Well, you might not need that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring the boys up today so they know I'm okay.
How old are your boys?
14 and 12.
Having had heartburn, yeah?
I can deal with you, not them.
They'll be all right.
Observations I can do.
They'll be all right. And they need to know I'm okay.
Well, yeah, I know. Okay, well, they haven't phoned. They're not home yet. Anthony's dad was 47 when he passed away. So I think with Anthony, 47's kind of milestone to get past, if you like. It feels there's an element of, wow, I'm 46.
Right, we need to be careful because if we run these people over one more time, they're going to kick off.
So I'll give them a quick call now.
I was going to say something. You have really nice teeth. Like, really nice teeth. Like, it's really nice.
I've got loads of chipped teeth. That one there, I had a fight. I think that one there was a fight. I know my younger days.
I got one of mine chipped for a fight. I just kept staring at his teeth.
I know your teeth.
They're really lovely.
Cheers. We're just waiting to find out which bed the cardiology team want you to go into. Right. As soon as we've got that, we'll get you up there, okay?
Okay, thanks very much.
No worries.
Cheers, thank you.
Anthony is waiting to be taken to a cardiology ward where specialists will carry out further tests before deciding whether he'll need emergency surgery to his heart.
When you come up tomorrow, we can do the will. No, we haven't done it.
You're not going to put up your clogs.
It does make you wake up and think.
Anthony finds it quite difficult to appear fragile to the outside world. He is.
Boy.
Look what I found. Wandering around. I think because Anthony could see his dad not well and over a period of time becoming seriously not well, he wouldn't want Andrew and Alistair to go through what he went. That's causing trouble. So I think he would like to see himself as not invincible, but everybody's rock.
Right.
Ooh.
No, you're not walking anywhere, mate.
You keep your feet up.
Where's your tool?
I'll do it when he's not looking.
I think in the job that I do, you see examples of selflessness every day. But there is something different about that selflessness that's displayed by parents towards their children. It's fascinating, but it's almost even more extraordinary for the fact that it's just the norm. That it's something that's every day, that it's just the way parents are towards their children.
He handled that really well.
Yeah,
They've all been saying how polite he's been, and there's a little boy over there, the open fracture hasn't made a sound.
The medical team are monitoring Junior's recovery after realigning his broken leg.
He's a big boy, brave boy. Yeah?
He'll soon be taken to theatre for emergency surgery.
Yeah?
You got one.
One what?
Three noses.
3 noses?
Come here, baby.
It's going to stop soon, OK? You're going to feel dizzy for a bit, but you just keep your eyes shut.
We don't always get it right the first time. Everyone makes mistakes. And then I met Danny. And the day we got together was the best day of my life. And we just connect. Danny treats Junior like his own. He gets him. They get each other.
You're Danny. You're one of the nurses. Am I Junior?
Danny is a true father figure to my children. He's a good shoulder, a good heart.
Oh, Mummy, I love you.
I love you too.
I'm feeling a bit dizzy.
Are you?
Yeah, and it's not nice, is it? It's a little bit horrible.
He's my best friend, and we tell each other everything.
I think the theatres are ready. All right. You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, young man. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I know 100% if anything happened to me, Danny would be there for Junior. And because of that, I feel safe and secure.
They discovered that there was rogue cells which were firing off signals which were interrupting the proper flow of the electrical signals in his heart. So he had an ablation, and they kind of send an electric shock and essentially kill off the cells which are sending out the rogue signals. It really frightened him. He's quite scared.
Trying to be the old Anthony's hard. I know my body will heal, but emotionally I'm changed, yeah. And you realise that there's more to life than the stress of work. I'm a big family person, so I'm a very lucky person, but probably take it for granted. And I don't want to miss it.
It's been difficult I've never experienced anything like this before with my children or anyone that I know. It's tough for him. He's still got a long way to go, but yesterday he graduated to off the crutches. He's so happy. He's got a little cheeky grin on his face where, you know, look at me now.
My mum's been taking care of me, getting me dressed up for school.
How much do you love Mum?
Gillians.
Gillians? How much is that?
Lots and lots.
Cheese!